Hello, greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Brought to you by Fifth Dimension. I'm already ahead of myself here. Oh. Alright, greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. Not webinar night. As you can see, it'll be Wednesday. Next Wednesday. I guess I should put a date on that. The 17th. So I uploaded an upload for tomorrow. It's about the announcement, just in case you don't see this. So I'll send out an email also. Yeah. So yeah, things aren't going to plan. Let's put it that way. But that's all right. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long this webinars might be Wednesday for a while. The way things are going, but you never know. Hopefully, I can make it through tomorrow or next time. So. Secret mission can't go into details. Will eventually. Some of it's on Patreon, a little bit of it, but not even there. It's very vague. So yeah, Patreon isn't going so hot, that's for sure. But either way, okay. For tonight's broadcast about the Simpsons, the timeline needs to go or end, or I should have worded that a lot better. But anyway, who cares? So right, yeah, Simpsons have done a lot of predictions in the past, and today is 7/11. Forgot about that. So yeah, I'm not sure how long the Simpsons and all that's going to continue on. There might be one that cancels that shows you that that agenda has come to an end. Doesn't mean there's still not going to be. Obviously, there are other agendas, but a version of the third dimension agenda is complete. So the reason they keep it going is to keep the programming going of us. Simpsons have been going. So the current, it's been on what, 30 years. So the 30-year program, they're going to keep it going as long until they're ready to cut the cord. It doesn't care if it does mean it's not there to make any sense. It's there so the elites can put their information through it. And they might not do it on every episode, which they don't. They don't only do it like on a few episodes here and there. It doesn't always mean that it's about the future either. It's about whatever the hell it is. So they're not involved with every. I mean, it's channeling. It's a channeled energy that is very sophisticated. For them to get an idea, to green light it, they're all talking about it. This isn't just an idea. They get an idea and draw it. It goes through a lot of hands before they even draw the damn thing. So, like with Trump being president and countless other, it's a big deal. It's wizardry basically. So yeah, they're setting the agenda, and there's no way to really know throughout I mean, who watches that show? I mean, those that watch it, I mean, I can't. The 90s were the best, and it ended at what, season 7 or something like that? And the current ones are unwatchable. I can't get through it, so. But that's kind of the point. It doesn't matter. Somehow it finds an audience, and somehow it stays on. And Family Guy, too, they're doing some kind of programming there to a certain extent. It keeps the vibration going. So imagine when The Simpsons ends, like when I started doing this, I talked about Bill O'Reilly shouldn't go away, and he did. So that wasn't too long after I made that video. Jeez, like, what the fuck? So and now Tucker Carlson's talking about UFOs and all that here and there. But he's talking about more than they did before, which was never. So if they do, they laughed about it, and aliens can make a lot of money and all that. It's like, yeah, typical. So we're going into a new paradigm, basically. When The Simpsons ends, you might feel there might be earthquakes, possibly. That's going to be a major timeline shift for everybody. Even if you don't watch the show, it doesn't matter. The agenda has ended of whatever the hell that's connected to. And now another one might come in for a different agenda, but a whole different story. Whole different, maybe less control, more openness. I don't know, who knows. Most likely. It's a different type of, not programming, but awakening. And Simpsons is more just, people are locked into that reality of the vibration of that. People aren't aware of aliens, they're not aware of anything. We're just going to be a robot every day. Uh, Eventually, we're going to grow out of that lifestyle and want something different. We're kind of doing that already here and there. Homeless people are doing it way before anybody, so that shows you it does exist. So, all right, let me get rid of this. This is my nutty keyboard, so I'll bash into it. That was assigned to get away from it. Okay. This is ivanshorror.com. We have private sessions throughout the week. If you dare. Availability is quite open. We want to have a channel also. We have Google Hangout, Zoom and channel by phone. Skype recordings are working, well, it's up and down. So far, it's a go. But we have 7 days for delivery. On this, same situation here. Or vice versa, maybe 8 days. What is this? Same situation here. I do recommend those that are here. Sorry about that. Other channels and viewers I do recommend. Social network. I haven't been here in a while. And the Rabbit. There is a new Rabbit up. It's not on Amazon yet. Will be. I gotta change a little thing, but either way. So, all right. Oh, whoa. We're not done yet. Where are we going? Okay. Yep, Simpsons. This is what's going on. Hurricane or tropical storm. I guess it's technically a hurricane in some regard. Even if it is called a tropical storm. Let's put it this way: it has the energy of a hurricane. A very light one, but still a hurricane energy. Defense program companies are combining because they have to. Yeah, because they're all going into space eventually. And space can be expensive. That's right. Virgin Galactic. Which I don't really hear much of this, but Virgin Galactic is on its way. And I thought they had space tourism. It looks really, that video looks really good, but is it going to be that easy? Another story. Now they're going to make it that easy for you to go to space? No. Now it looks easy there. It will be eventually, but it feels like we have not fully crossed that barrier just yet. We're getting there though. They're warming us up for sure. And let's see. Boeing space. That's Virgin. What about Boeing? Yeah, rockets. Yeah, they're gonna do the rockets to space eventually. What? Well, either way. This is where we're heading. We're heading outside the planet. Let's put it that way. It's all gearing up. It's all. I mean, it's going to be a while for things to really pick up, but they're turning the tides for sure. We're just kind of playing it by ear. Drops an insane map of 4,000 planets outside our solar system. Oh, neat. So, I don't think we're going to have any alien... We're moving towards the alien awareness world, but obviously we got a long ways to go to that, which makes doing this very difficult. Meaning there's no delivery of anything, but that's alright. We're working with it. And, they have that... What is it? That spy plane? I don't know. Here's that other one. Either way. Alright, we had enough of that. So. Alright, I'm not sure if any of this is worthy of anybody's time. Probably not. But we're going to go into it anyway. Now, obviously, let's see, Rick and Morty is more of an intellectual download of Arcturian energies that are really psychotic. Arcturian energies that are doing so much drugs, wherever the hell it is. Like, they go to a planet and suck on the planet and become a drug addict. Like, the planet is cocaine. Which would explain quite a bit with Rick and Morty. I know I talk about the Simpsons here, but Rick and Morty is kind of in that world also. Um, not sure if any, like I said, not sure if any of this is going to connect to anybody, but we're going to put it out there anyway. So Simpsons obviously has been around for forever. They're putting nostalgia out there. Of course, a lot of those people are not watching it anymore. But either way, it has it's ingrained into our timeline, where we have to watch it, or it has to be part of us because we're kind of living it. We're kind of, I mean, we're not yellow, but we are kind of living that mentality that it does put out. I mean, if it didn't have an audience, it would be gone. So people obviously are not letting it go just yet. So, and Family Guy is kind of like the second version of it's like picking up the leftovers. It's like where the Simpsons doesn't work, Family Guy is there to draw in who isn't into the Simpsons, or if you're into both, more power to you. But the Family Guy is more of the raunchier side of it. But your drug addicts, things like that, whatever it might be. But it's those that are a little bit more edge to the third dimensional programming. So you have two dynamics of the third dimension. You have the Simpsons. It was kind of light and clean, sort of, but not really. I mean, obviously not, but it's what I just heard. I'm not going to say. But the Family Guy is another dynamic of the third dimension. So, of course, you have Futurama. That's very fourth dimensional. I believe it's more fourth dimensional. It's not always the easiest most to tap into, but it does have a lot of energies of waking up the soul. It's help you feel that you're at home. Of course, it was very hard to get that one made because a lot of people don't want. At least the people, people don't understand it because it's fourth dimension ideas. Of course, Rick and Morty is more like a psychotic version of Futurama for to tap into consciousness here. So we are going. That doesn't mean it's going to be all aliens. Far from it. It's us turning into aliens is most likely the direction. And as we turn more to aliens will start appearing. As we connect more to that timeline of we're better than this, basically. We can do much more than this. Yeah, we're coming out of the caveman reality, basically. Technically. But not just yet, of course. Yeah, I can tap it. You talk about magic that seems insane. Those days are coming to an end. Well, we got a ways for it, but it's going to become more part of our society. Magic and understanding space. Space is going to become our new neighborhood. Next 10 years, it's still going to become more. Like people would say, I never thought it was going to happen in our lifetime, and it will. Us, space exploration, tourism, I believe all that's going to happen before any aliens start truly showing up here. Because we got to get used to how being aliens first for us to interact with them. I mean, some people might have a meet and greet here and there, but I just have to wait and see. Yeah, is humanity ready to tap out of this cycle? If reality is working for you, if this reality is working for you, it's going the way you want it to, why would you want it to end? And why would you want this fourth dimension stuff talking? I mean, why would you want that? So, obviously, many are not into that for obvious reasons. They want to live the good life, which is called the third dimensional good life. What about the fourth dimensional good life, which is not so easy to get into? Fourth dimensional good life is no third dimension energies. It's like all this BS of this reality is not going to be part of your existence. Getting up, going to work, and do the same thing over and over again. I imagine some of them do it in the fourth dimension to a degree, but not like it is here. It's like if you don't do the same thing every day, you're going to starve to death and die. It's like that's reassuring. That's nice. So, All right, so we are going into a new paradigm of, let's see who's here. Everything's going to happen gradual. Nothing's going to be in your face. Is this a gradual upgrade from third dimension into fourth dimension reality based on understanding? Realize, yes, there's a truth out there that many are not truly ready to see, and some of you have seen it and call it fiction. The true reality, yes, is outside of your planet. It's you. The more you are tapping into the universe, which is space exploration, you better have a better understanding of your reality here. Now, there will be Earth dwellers that will refuse to believe anyone's out there just yet. Because, you're still basically learning the fabrics of yourself, your whole dynamic, your whole existence. Who are you? I mean, who you really are. Many don't want to know. Because it is tapping into your alien DNA. So many are tapped into a third dimension idea system of your DNA. So you tapping into the fourth dimension, you're recognizing your alien self, your higher dimensional self, your psychic self, vibrations that many are here not really ready to face. Fear has many reasons behind it. The character you came in here that your family knows you of, you're not willing to sacrifice that, change it, especially if you do have children and you're part of the family dynamic that people are used to. How it's not so easy to let that go. But then again, when the alien energies, the psychic energies start to come in, that doorway is going to be open, and it's going to be wide open for the soul to explore. So there's new dynamics of the person that you're tapping into. You're not just learning about your version of your fourth and fifth and sixth dimensional self and start to ring open. Now, those that are doing space exploration right now, that are going off planet, they're connecting more to the third dimensional spaceman. Elon Musk has some fourth dimensional energies, but I don't believe he's allowed to, from what we're saying. Not just yet. You're making it recognizable in a third dimensional set. It's like, hey everyone, we're going outside the planet and we're going to call that home. So, we're going to let that sink in for a while. We're going to call it space tourism. Whatever word verbiage we can use to help you get used to it. And new technologies are going to come into your world through that are very alien, very fourth dimensional, and you feel like you're on an alien planet without the word alien said anywhere. Making it comfortable for you, which is okay, makes sense. Because the gradual process, when you go outside into space, is like, you know what, there's gotta be somebody out here. And then they'll show up. It happens anywhere, but space alien connection is obviously highly likely for those that are ready for it. And obviously it's already happened, yes. But it won't go into the public domain because the public domain is still not comfortable with it just yet. The human consciousness is still figuring itself out. It's still kind of in a lost Martian reality of who am I? And the who am I energy is pretty strong. I'm still trying to figure out how to be human here, and now you're going to add an alien to it. The reason for that is because many humans here are not really human. A lot of them, many of mastered human, are now doing channeling and alien connections. Not to say it mastered it perfectly far. Nobody really ever does. But those newcomers here, a lot of them are, yes, new souls, but a lot of them are aliens that aren't used to being human. So why do you think some of them go to Dr. Phil and go try to get mental help? Because most of them are not used to being human, not used to these emotions. They gotta go to somebody to figure themselves out. So one day they'll look in the mirror, it's like, so what I'm seeing is actually, they're not seeing themselves, they're seeing their alien selves. They get the vibration when they look at themselves. Why do you think a lot of people, when they look at themselves, I don't really like the way I look? Because most of them aren't used to being human. They're not used to looking like this. That's a big part of it. Not everybody's like that, but quite a few are. So your dynamic here is so unusual. Is how many humans here have insectoid souls? They're from insectoid planets that are workers, that are, they'll let you figure that one out. Is basically identifying the alien element of who you are. Yes, you have many different alien DNAs within you that you're going to spend quite a long time figuring out. That's going to be part of your culture. What kind of alien DNA am I activating while on this planet? Everybody activates their alien DNA differently. Now, yes, humanity technically on this planet created itself, meaning that your soul is involved with it. You might have been an alien being, but you're still involved with the creation process. Yes, there's a God, of course, involved with it, but many of you came here to help shape this civilization. And many, obviously, from the past have left and came back as spirit guides, spirit energies. Now, what are they doing a good job? That's up to you. A lot of them have so much knowledge, they become ignorant to humans and just like, don't you know that? Duh, of course. Of course that's the answer. It took you like 5 lifetimes to figure that out. Yes, don't walk in that door. A lot of spirit guides have kind of lost their way. They forget how it is to be human. They have done spirit guide energies so long. They forget. Like on your world, people get in a bubble. They just, like Hollywood celebrities, they get in this bubble of this mentality. Spirit guides do that too. Not all, but many do. They get into this idea system and it's difficult for them to come out of it. They think they're perfect, far from it. You brought their imperfections to you. See, why you have a spirit guide that's all screwed up is for you to recognize the spirit world quicker, faster, easier. Well, not easier, but some of you need a wake-up call from the spirit realities. Why not have a guide that's all screwed up? Yes, your life will go through hell, but it's like, wait a minute, nothing's making sense. I'm feeling beings around me. Is there a spirit world here that I'm not aware of? Yes, there is. Do you die and it's all darkness? Well, some souls, yes, it is. But out of that darkness, they still have an existence there. Their soul still exists. Some like to turn out the lights. Every soul has a pattern for themselves. It's just finding that song within you. Who are you? And in the spiritual communities, that can become a bubble too. You can get into this mentality that you have all the answers. But when you leave that bubble, you feel like you don't know anything. So, yes, calm down the ego energies as much needed is helpful for soul growth. It's obviously, if you're not going to do that, many can learn through your vibrations quicker, is because some are in a panic mode of being on this planet. Well, if some feel like they know everything, but they have been that in other realities, and this one, a lot of that's been cut back for various reasons. How many of you really want to know the third dimension that well? Many of you just disconnected. Who needs the third dimension? Give me the fourth dimension, even if life's going to be difficult. Connecting to spirit guides, angels, tree people, connecting to a soul of an insect has more value than a physical, third dimensional, high IQ that brings torment in a way where you don't grow at all. You grow, but not fourth dimensional. Yes, you do to a certain extent. But ego has a lot to do with it too. Third dimension, those are high IQ. IQ, many of them build up a huge ego where some of them don't grow at all. They feel like they know everything and they shut everything down. But how to be human becomes even more difficult. Your basic. This is why so many souls incarnate here with basic lessons, such as cleaning, just even going to work. Because many have had high IQs in other lifetimes and just completely just ridiculous. Not helpful to anybody, just themselves. Many are more likely to become service to self. So sometimes let's just incarnate as a maid or something. It would just keep things simple. I thought being super smart would work, and sometimes it does. But is it for the right reasons? Is it the benefit of others or just yourself? Many just do it for themselves. So you're here to. What is important? Everything here is important. You're all playing a basic need for each other. It's just not feeling that need for each other. You feel there's so much ego in your earth environment of the teachings. It makes it so difficult to speak to each other. Speaking to each other is key. Be on the same level is so hard. Let's all just get along. It's so difficult but so easy to say. So difficult to live. You go to the grocery store and say hi to everybody. Let's all have a conversation. How can we all get healthier? Maybe we should burn down this grocery store and build something a little bit more healthier. At least if you're in America, healthy is not easy, as you can see. Healthy is why a lot of souls are unhealthy, at least in your America, for example. There's a massive soul growth there. It's like some are actually growing within more than they might realize, and outside, it's all just let go. It's like within, many feel actually happier, but their bodies are like, oh, geez, what have I done to myself? So, like a happy fat man, for example, is like realize a lot of alien beings you see are very skinny and everything's nice, but many figure it's like we've already been through that. It's time to reverse it. So you realize how many are truly growing quite a bit. Yes, third dimensional growing, but of course it's growing. They're actually growing spiritually more than you ever imagined. Yes, it's sometimes the body, not always, needs to be at a certain decay for the soul to receive information. The body is let go, but the soul is on its way of growing to just extremely powerful with that. Now, not to say you can't have a healthy outside and inside. You can, but it's like once the soul within is healed, the outward makes it easier. As you many years like, now that's not always the case for everybody, but many souls, here, I'm chaotic within. Who cares what I look like on the outside? I'm trying to figure myself out, so I'm just going to let myself go to hell, basically. And then when you find balance within you, now I'm ready to pump myself up, make myself good on the outside, now that I feel good on the inside. Now, not everybody is on that train. Some are looking good on the outside and they're just absolutely horrible. But many they know who they are. You can probably see who it is. Not everybody has to look like a model on their planet. There are planets where everyone does. But they realize that there's benefits, but also benefits only last so long. Sometimes, yes, having your looks not look so great. It's you're making peace with it. The more peace you make with it, this is who I am. This is what you got. I'm doing the best I can. Doesn't mean you can't improve, but sometimes improvement occurs when the time is right. And you gotta make peace with that, because you will find, if you need to chisel yourself out, make yourself look perfect. Once again, there are many realities to that. This world is obviously not making anything easy. So developing the soul, enhancing it is key. The outward stuff is like, heck with it. where I'm going next time, I'll be just fine. So, yes, this world feels like it's lasting forever, but it's actually a short time being here. It feels like it feels like it's and thousands of years in one lifetime. It's actually quite short. When you're in spirit, you see that. Here, obviously, you do not, because this is where you're all kind of like scientists in a lot of ways. You're doing different ingredients. You're putting different things in yourself. You're trying different things out, and you're morphing into a new version of you more than you might realize. Even those that aren't aware of aliens and all of that, they're doing a lot more than you'd ever realize. You can kind of like it's kind of like yes, They Live, the movie. You put on glasses, kind of sees, I guess, they might not be opening to aliens, but they are advancing themselves quite rapidly. So, there's our message for you from Spirit. Hopefully, yes, this brings you enlightenment. This is something to, yes, your aliens aren't going to come anytime soon. You are the alien. As you recognize your alien self, aliens will appear. Many are already doing that, but still don't see their aliens quite yet. It's in the cards. Let's see. Alright, message from Spirit. Alright, take care, everyone.